Greetings fellow gamers, I'm the Soulsborne Seeker and I'm back with another video showcasing 10 upcoming indie Souls-like games you probably haven't heard of, expected to release sometime in 2025 or later. As always, a kind reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel if you end up enjoying this content, since it will help me reach even more people and spread the knowledge far and wide. And now, without further ado, let's dive into it.
Consume our dream.
I promise. I will find the Guardians. Together, we will save you.
We begin our journey with Bygone Dreams, a Souls-like title influenced by Slavic mythology and medieval Bosnian folklore. The game transpires in the dreamland of Loom, a surreal realm that's threatened by a terrible entity known as the Nightmare. You take on the role of Wa, a spirit that must seek out the world's guardians in order to save it from total eradication. The only problem is that the guardians themselves have been tainted by the Nightmare, so they will not offer their assistance willingly. Bygone Dreams is largely boss-oriented, featuring dozens of big bads that boast unique abilities which will test not only your perseverance but also your perception levels. As an example, one of the first bosses, a plant creature, uses an attack that coats you in spores which cause your defense to lower. However, there's a large tree above the fighting arena which produces large droplets of water that you can use to clear the spores off your body. Your battle arsenal will include a decent range of weapons, both of the melee and ranged variety, as well as several spells which will be divided into a total of 5 different spell schools. Combat is complemented by an upgrade system that allows the improvement of your gear via an NPC in the game's central hub, as well as the possibility to craft consumables. Bygone Dreams has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, Nintendo Switch, as well as unspecified PlayStation and Xbox consoles. Next comes LUOYANG. Taking place in a fictionalized version of China, the game transpires in one of the country's oldest cities, the titular LUOYANG, during the Wutsu period of the Tang dynasty. With the health of the empress declining, paired with rumors of the dead coming back to life and demonic entities prowling the land, it's not long before a mysterious cult known as the Longevity Sect gradually emerges from the shadows as a threat. You'll brandish the blade of an agent of Heaven's Will Bureau, an organization responsible for maintaining the peace by eliminating supernatural threats, and go on a mission to end the threat of the cult and eradicate the demonic presence from the city. LUOYANG seems to be hitting all of the basic points of the genre, featuring a stamina-based combat system, movement and attacks that carry weight, a gritty approach to visual presentation, as well as battles against colossal and imaginative bosses that can take you down quickly if you're not careful. There's also an array of weapons you'll be able to use, including one-handed and two-handed swords, spears, halberds, and bows. LUOYANG has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Following, we have Shadows of the Lost. Inspired by the ancient mythology of various cultures, the game takes place in the ruins of a once great civilization who fell after being tainted by a primeval shadow, and is now home to brutal demigods. Here you'll don the armor of an adventurer who goes on a crusade to either end the Shadow's rule or maybe take the reins from it. Shadows of the Lost features momentum-based combat, with your speed and efficiency growing steadily as you link attacks together in perfect timing, and said momentum dropping if you get hit or fail to change your assaults in a timely fashion. There's also a companion system in place, which will allow you to recruit allies for assistance, with each comrade bringing their own unique set of skills to the table. Shadows of the Lost has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Moving on, there's Isles of Krom, a fusion of the Souls-like and roguelite genres. Step into the boots of a ward of Corvus as you traverse the interconnected islands of the Risaka archipelago on a quest to end a great evil that's plaguing the world. Isles of Krom utilizes an isometric perspective when it comes to its camera angle, bringing some of the classic ARPGs like Diablo to mind. Its combat follows the tried and true challenge and heftiness of Souls-likes, but character progression as well as map structure follow the roguelite path. More specifically, Specifically, each run will feature different paths to explore and enemies to face, and character upgrades correspond to certain options you will be given when you level up, where you will essentially have to choose between different improvements based on your preferred playstyle, such as making choices that are damage oriented in order to dish out more hurt, or defense oriented, which will allow you to take more punishment. Isles of Krom is expected to come out sometime during 2026 and has been confirmed for PC. Farther down the path, we have Glaciered. We're 65 million years in the future, and the Earth has been completely encased in ice as a result of the Everwinter, a natural event that eradicated life from the surface of the planet, with the ecosystem now only proliferating beneath the waves of the ocean. This change in nature has led to the birth of a new species known as Tuai, a descendant of birds and dinosaurs whose DNA is a mix of the two. You are one of the Tuai, and will have to traverse the vast ocean bionetwork in an effort to fight back against an unknown danger that threatens to bring an end to Everwinter, in the process destroying all life supported by it. Glaciered features an extensive character upgrade system that allows you to improve your powers by tapping into both your avian and dinosaur bloodlines in order to harness powers related to heat and cold. Said upgrades will definitely be necessary since, if the game's trailer is any indication, you'll have to duke it out against some mighty impressive bosses, including a megalodon shark, a creature that also happens to be my worst nightmare. I'm still not entirely sure how much of a Souls-like Glaciered is, but the developer has definitely mentioned the genre being a big influence, especially in relation to boss fights, so it will probably resonate with its fans. Glaciered is expected to come out sometime during the third quarter of 2025 and has been confirmed for PC. Going onwards, there's Sang, the Desert Blade, a Souls-like title inspired by the Legend of Zelda and Dark Souls series of games. In a world populated by anthropomorphic animals, you play as Sang, a female warrior born with the gift of precognition, which forced her to flee from her home since her kind perceived it as a curse. After awakening from one of her visions, she finds herself in Meziscal, a long-lost city of dreams, and soon realizes that the outside world has been corrupted by hostile forces that have turned everyone into hollow, mindless husks. Armed with her blade, Sang goes on a treacherous journey to find out what happened to her land as well as her kin. The game is quite combat-oriented, pulling from both The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for its 4-directional attack pattern and isometric perspective, as well as Dark Souls, with its stamina system, precise hitboxes, and challenging skirmishes harkening to the beloved series of games. Boasting a world full of unlikely allies and terrifying bosses on top of engaging exploration, Sang the Desert Blade is building up to become an interesting addition to the genre. Sang the Desert Blade has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, as well as unspecified Xbox consoles. Continuing our voyage, there's Blackblade Revenant. The undying king of Annam has managed to cheat death by trapping millions of souls under his rule, and the gods are not happy about it. Thus, the deities decide to take action by employing the service of revenants, dead warriors who are called back to life in order to end the immortal king's madness. This particular story element actually leads to the game's most interesting mechanic, namely the reincarnation system. You see, whenever you die, you can choose between a set of different characters in order to come back to life, with each one having their own distinct set of skills and combat abilities. It's not clear whether dead revenants are forever lost, but said system does sound intriguing, at least in theory. Combat is fast-paced and brutal, and is complemented by a diverse set of armaments, talismans, and ancient skill texts, all of which can be used in order to upgrade your revenant, effectively making them much more efficient in battle. Blackblade Revenant has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC.
Has the dust settled? If
Third from the end, we have Prison of Husks, a Souls-like game that aims to combine the magic of the initial Soulsborne games with the nostalgic visuals of the PlayStation 1 era. You take control of a doll that has come to life after a soul possessed it, and go on a quest to seek out your beloved across a melancholic afterlife created by a mysterious painter. Love is a central theme when it comes to Prison of Husks, with its setting populated by characters who have ended up heartbroken in some way and whom you can help by restoring their feelings of affection. That being said, the game's own heart lies with its Souls-like sensibilities, so you should prepare to face off against powerful bosses with the help of a solid weapon arsenal to experiment with, as well as several trinkets along the likes of rings and brooches that will allow you to further modify your playstyle. Prison of Husks has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC.
You seek the old notes. What a fool you are.
Like fowl to feed.
Nearing the finale, there's Covenant, a game which brings together the Souls-like and FPS genres. You are the last messenger, a warrior ranger loyal to the composers, powerful entities who have brought forth the realm of creation. Malak, the oldest of your kind, has fallen to the abyss, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake, and your mission is to follow said trail in order to uncover the nature of his downfall. Creation is a vast, interconnected land of myth that's permeated by countless secrets, puzzles, and riddles, as well as many opportunities for platforming and combat. When it comes to both fighting and platforming, fluidity is the name of the game, with our protagonist being capable of a wide range of motions such as sliding around corners and down slopes, kicking and jumping off walls, as well as rolling and sidestepping while engaged in skirmishes. Your approach to battle will vary depending on your preferred playstyle, with the game offering a variety of weapon possibilities both in the melee and ranged departments, and each armament being upgradable in order to unlock new traits and abilities for them. Weapon efficiency and speed will also depend on whether you're utilizing them with one or two hands, with each stance giving way to a different gameplay approach, for example by making weapons faster but less damaging when held with one hand, and slower but more destructive when brandished with two. Combat is complemented by an extensive character upgrade system that brings equipable trinkets, garbs, spells, and stances, among others, to the table, giving way to a wealth of possibilities when deciding on your fighting approach. Of special note here is the fact that the game supports online co-op play, meaning that you can experience the whole campaign in the company of a friend, as well as online PvP, which will allow you to face off against other players in arenas supporting 1 against 1, 2 against 2, and 3 against 3. Covenant has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, with potential releases for PlayStation and Xbox consoles if the game secures the appropriate funding.
Tell the old man to send another flock.
Finally, we have Trench Tales, a third-person horror Souls-like title that fuses Gothic architecture with a World War I and World War II aesthetic. Wield the rifle of an unnamed soldier who is teleported to the war-torn kingdom of Verden by an unknown entity, and finds himself stuck in a conflict between two powerful monarchs vying for dominion over the land. The game is very narrative-driven and plans to offer various exciting set pieces for you to experience, though a good chunk of its lore will need to be deciphered through item descriptions, notes, and environmental observation. Navigating the world will happen via a central hub which will allow you to both interact with the game's various NPCs, including merchants and side quest givers, as well as choose which area to visit next. Needless to say, Trench Tales contains a legion of different weapons to use, including SMGs, shotguns, carbines, mines, flares, and grenades, among others, most of which are fully improvable via a very detailed upgrade system that allows you to swap different parts of a gun for others. Weapons aside, you'll also get to make use of supernatural skills, such as the ability to slow down time or unleash a powerful shockwave against your enemies, among others. In addition, the world is home to specific shrines you will be able to visit, which will function as spawn points as well as skill swapping and upgrading locations in the vein of bonfires. Of special note here is that certain parts of the environment are destructible, which adds significantly to the chaotic nature of the game's combat. Trench Tales is expected to come out in early access on the 6th of May 2025 and has been confirmed for PC with potential for unspecified consoles if the game is successful. What did you think of these games? Did you already know about them? Are you planning to try any of them out? Let me know in the comments below, and please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. On a last note, a kind reminder that if you enjoy my content and wish to support the channel, you can do so by donating to my Ko-fi page or my Patreon, the links for which you can find in the video description. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out!